$100 million is what Alex Hormozi made in 24 hours from his book launch. So at the time of recording this, he sold 3.3 million copies. And I'm going to be explaining how he was able to do this through social media and how you can possibly get a similar result at a way smaller scale. Because obviously I'm not going to sit here and say you're going to make $100 million from social media. But even if you can just get like 0.5% of this, that's like 500K, right? So it really starts to add up if you're able to take what he did and apply to your own personal social media brand. So why should you listen to me? So I have over 200,000 followers on TikTok, 10,000 followers on Instagram, and I think like 30,000 YouTube subscribers. And I've made a lot of money through social media. I'm friends with some of the biggest course sellers online who make money from info, who literally, some of them, I know one guy, he's making $2 million per month from his course. And obviously he does have a large following. And then I know multiple other people like me who are agency owners. So I'm an agency owner and I get a good amount of my clients through my social media pages, where right now my agency is doing around 100K a month. So I'm not even saying you have to go ahead and sell a course or sell a book. You can sell agency services and get clients like that. So this is just a couple of our client payments. We have a client paying us $44,000 a month, another one paying us $36,000 a month, two more for $6,000 a month, and then other retainers. And we're about a little over 100K per month, and we're scaling pretty fast. So by the time you're watching this, it could be 125, 130,000, maybe even 150. So I'm going to be breaking down Alex Hormozi's quote unquote funnel, and it's honestly pretty simple. So first, I would say a lot of people get to know him through either TikTok, Instagram Reels, or some form of short form content. And these, like, short form content does not convert well. I know this because I have a lot of TikTok followers. It doesn't really matter because let's say you post one short form piece a day, okay? That's, let's say, 20 seconds to 1 minute. And that person hypothetically watches that one full minute of content. They've only spent like 1 minute getting to know you. Whereas with a YouTube video, this YouTube video you're watching now, whatever, I'm 2 minutes into recording it. You've already got to know me double of what my TikToks are, assuming you watch my full TikToks, which doesn't happen. Most people watch like, let's say 15 seconds of the TikTok. So hypothetically, if you've watched at this point 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you've gotten to know me like nearly 10x the amount of a normal TikTok video, if that makes sense. So you get way more watch hours with YouTube. So I would say in general, TikTok and Instagram Reels is a good way to push people to your YouTube videos. So then once people find his TikTok, Instagram, maybe even his podcast, or TikTok and Instagram, then they go to his YouTube videos or podcasts. And this is more longer form content. So a lot of his YouTube videos are up to like 30 minutes. And this is where they're watching him a lot. And then they continuously consume content, whether it be on TikTok/Instagram Reels or YouTube. And then the real way where people really get to know Alex Hormozi and build trust from his content is when they read his book. So reading a book is a different level. It's more than a YouTube video. It's literally like, it probably takes you 8 hours to read. Like I literally have his book right here, and it's obviously the words are pretty big in this book, but the pages, there's a good amount of pages. There's probably like 300 something. Wait, how many pages? Yeah, there's nearly like 260 pages or something like that. And that can take someone like 8 hours to read if they're properly reading it, digesting the information. So now people are getting to know Alex Hormozi for literally 8 hours. So there's a very, very high level of trust. Then what happens is these people take all these principles that they learned from Instagram Reels, or from his Instagram Reels, from his YouTube videos, from his books, and they apply to their business. And maybe they're already a good business owner. Maybe they're just getting started. And then eventually they're able to scale up to the point where they're doing $1 million, $2 million, $3 million a year in EBITDA, like profit and whatnot. Like even my business, we do well over $1 million a year in revenue. And I've also scaled businesses to even higher amounts. This is just with my current agency. And now I have the budget to invest in Alex Hormozi's his book launch, where he offered a $6,000 package where it was like 10 different courses and then 200 books you got to donate, something similar to that. So they have the money to go ahead and buy high ticket offers like that. And then he also has workshops where I think it's $5,000 per head, that you fly to Vegas and you attend a seminar with Alex Hormozi or something like that. He also had a school group that was like $20,000 one-time payment. But people like me or other entrepreneurs even higher than me, we have consumed Alex Hormozi's content, and now we have the ability to go ahead and purchase his high ticket stuff. So that's essentially Alex Hormozi's funnel. And this is what I would recommend you guys to do, is build a similar funnel to this. I would recommend that you post TikTok, Instagram Reels, and use short form content as a way to get a lot of eyeballs on you, but push them to your YouTube videos. And then from your YouTube videos, then rather than pushing them to a book, push them to some type of free lead magnet. Maybe it's like a PDF guide, maybe it's an email list, stuff like that, where they can get to know you even better and get to consume more information from you. Then from there, you have your ask, whether it be your agency, services, your course, whatever it might be. But it's honestly pretty simple. You don't have to overcomplicate it too much. You don't necessarily need some huge type of funnel. If you want, I would even just cut out the TikTok and Instagram Reel portion, and maybe you can go with something better. Like hypothetically, if you're selling an agency where you only serve 9-figure businesses, TikTok probably might not be the best place to find businesses where you serve where you're finding clients who are at a 9-figure level. Maybe you're looking at LinkedIn, where there's larger companies. YouTube videos a lot of times can help too. But my advice is do one of these platforms, whether it be LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. I would always try to throw in YouTube in there, just because it's such a long form source. And like I said, I've been filming for like 7 minutes, and now you've gotten to know my expertise, my skills, how I talk, the things I know in this 7 minutes. And if I were to sell you on something, I don't really have anything. Like I don't have anything to sell unless you wanted me to scale your ads and email for your business. But we only take on businesses usually doing around 7 figures a year. But in general, I don't have anything to sell. But if I were to have something to sell, you would trust me a lot more now that the fact you've watched literally 7 minutes of my face and me yapping about Alex Hormozi's funnel and how you can build a similar funnel, right? So I would always try to include YouTube and then throw on one other platform on top of that. But you know where your target avatar is. I'm not here to tell you where it is. Like I don't, like if I had a gardening business, I don't know necessarily the best platform where a bunch of gardeners are on, right? But for my business, we do ads and email marketing, and I know a lot of e-com businesses are on Instagram, so we do Instagram ads and then make Instagram content, like organic content. And that's another thing, is Hormozi also has ads on top of this. But what a lot of people will not tell you is a lot of times your ads are capped by how good your organic presence is. If you don't have a really, really good offer within your ads, a lot of times your ads are just based on how good your organic presence is. Hormozi can get a really, really good return on ad spend because he has such a good online presence. And even me, even with my 10,000 followers, when we run ads, people see they interact with these ads, they visit my profile, and then they go ahead and go to my whatever type of offer I'm selling for my agency. So it helps a lot when you build a following on YouTube, where you can run YouTube ads on like your own videos, or you can run Instagram ads if you have a big Instagram following. It helps a lot. So that's one thing to really keep in mind. When you build this content flywheel and you start to build up content, starts to compound, you will see a bit better return from ads if you decide to do them. So my advice is go create content, do it consistently, make content that you think your target avatar would want. I can go more in depth into all this. I'll probably do it in a further video, but create, and you can get agency clients. If you have an agency, you can sell course, get clients for your course. You can sell to a paid community. There's a lot of ways to monetize it depending on how you want to do it. And like I said, me personally, I'm making $100K a month, and a lot of my leads come from social media. And I have some people that I know within the social media space, literally, no exaggeration, making $2 million a month in revenue with like 80-90% margins, because it's a digital product, right? So there's barely any fulfillment costs. So yeah, that's just the power of content. So go out there, create, and don't stop. Even if you're getting 1-2 views, I know how it feels. It definitely sucks, but you just have to keep on posting and improve slightly every single day. But yeah, if you're interested, I have a free email list of how to scale an agency, where I cover just like a bunch of agency topics on how to scale an agency, stuff like that. Go ahead and subscribe to that. But thanks for watching, and goodbye.